Our inner conversations represent, in various ways, the world we live in. Don't condemn yourself for the state into which you have fallen. If you don't like it, move into another. If a man looks upon any other man and estimates that man as less than himself, then he is stealing from the other. He is stealing the other's birthright, that of equality. I will be is a confession that I am not. The Father's will is always I am. Until you realize that you are the Father, there is only one I am, and your infinite self is that I am. Your will is always I will be. Only as one is willing to give up his present limitations and identity can he become that which he desires to be. To reach a higher level of being, you must assume a higher concept of yourself. Whenever your feeling is in conflict with your wish, feeling will be the victor. When you attain the control of the internal direction of your attention, you will no longer stand in shallow water but will launch out into the deep of life. Have faith in your Imaginact. The cornerstone on which all things are based is man's concept of himself. The circumstances of your life reflect what you have been saying. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. All you need is time, and you have it now. Everyone is free to create his world as he wants it if he knows that the whole thing is responding to him. Claim it, it will respond. A change of feeling is a change of destiny. Become aware of what you are thinking, and you will recognize a law between your mood and your surrounding circumstances. The law operates by faith. If you believe, no effort is necessary to see the fulfillment of your every desire. Those who go seeking for love only make manifest their own lovelessness, and the loveless never find love. Only the loving find love, and they never have to seek for it. The great secret is a controlled imagination and a well-sustained attention, firmly and repeatedly focused on the object to be accomplished. Live your life in a sublime spirit of confidence and determination. The signs always follow, they never proceed. Always go to the end. Dwell in the end, and you will hurt no one. Love is our birthright. Love is the fundamental necessity of our life. Do not go seeking for that which you are. Prayers to be successful must be claimed and appropriated. Assume the positive consciousness of the thing desired. Only as one is willing to give up his present limitations and identity can he become that which he desires to be. Your world is your consciousness objectified. Waste no time trying to change the outside. Change the within or the subconscious impression, and the without or expression will take care of itself. An awakened imagination works with a purpose. It creates and conserves the desirable, and transforms or destroys the undesirable. To be conscious of being poor while praying for riches is to be rewarded with that which you are conscious of being, namely poverty. Nothing comes from without, all things come from within, from the subconscious. Neville Goddard, Resurrection. Man moves in a world that there is nothing more or less than his consciousness objectified. All conceptions are limitations of the conceiver. You must be in the consciousness of being or having that which you want to be or have before you drop off to sleep. Once asleep, man has no freedom of choice. His entire slumber is dominated by his last waking concept of self. Man's chief delusion is his conviction that there are causes other than his own state of consciousness. Sleep conceals the creative act while the objective world reveals it. In sleep, man impresses the subconscious with his conception of himself. In sleep, man impresses the subconscious with his conception of himself. A change of circumstance happens as a result of a change in your state of consciousness. Truth depends upon the intensity of imagination, not upon facts. The journey of life is a mental one which is taking place in the sea of illusion. Listen closely to your individual thoughts. What do you hear? What are your words implying? That is their potency. What do you want? Name it and rearrange the structure of your mind to imply that you no longer desire it, because you already have it. To rise in consciousness to the level of the thing desired, and to remain there until such level becomes your nature, is the way of all seeming miracles. To rise in consciousness to the level of the thing desired, and to remain there until such level becomes your nature, is the way of all seeming miracles. Your subconscious impressions determine the conditions of your world. I and my Father are one. My Father is greater than I. The conscious and subconscious are one, but the subconscious is greater than the conscious. The conscious generates ideas and impresses these ideas on the subconscious. The subconscious receives ideas and gives form and expression to them. You rise to a higher level of consciousness by taking your attention away from your present limitations and placing it upon that which you desire to be. Determined imagination, thinking from the end, is the beginning of all miracles. You must be conscious of being secure if you are to know what security is. If he does not know what he is doing, he can lose his wealth and not know how to recover it. I'm asking you, regardless of your financial situation, to assume wealth knowingly. Without the aid of any man, he will define himself as that which he desires to express. He will discover that his I am is the virgin conceiving without the aid of man, that all conceptions of himself, when felt and fixed in consciousness, will be embodied easily as living realities in his world. How would I feel if I were free? Use your imagination lovingly on behalf of others. You believe in God, believe also in your imagination. Imagination is seeing with the eye of God. Your own wonderful human imagination is the actual creative power of God within you. Most people who desire to change their life make the mistake of not imagining deeply or long enough. They let the 3D world and what they see dictate their reality instead of their imagination. On health, you must be conscious of being healthy if you are to know what health is. To desire a state is to have it. Love is not love if there is no beloved. Through your ability to think and feel, you have dominion over all creation. For life makes no mistakes and always gives man that which man first gives himself. Each person is born with an infinite power against which no earthly force is of the slightest significance. Learn to shake yourself loose from what the world believes is the only reality. Nothing is impossible to you. Take your attention away from your problem and the multitude of reasons why you cannot achieve your ideal. Take your attention away from your problem and the multitude of reasons why you cannot achieve your ideal. Concentrate your attention entirely upon the thing desired. It is imagination which makes one a leader, while the lack of it makes one a follower. Imagination is the only redemptive power in the universe. Simply dare to assume you are what you want to be, and you will compel everyone to play their part. Predetermine what you want to hear and listen until you hear it. The law operates by faith. If you believe, no effort is necessary to see the fulfillment of your every desire. The law operates by faith. If you believe, no effort is necessary to see the fulfillment of your every desire. All right, let's go into the silence. Thanks for being here. We are now in the silence.